Is Dede and Mide ship shaking? Their friendship, they shake? Because I don't understand what's going on. From last night, I was like, okay, what's going on? I just hope their friendship remains the same after last night. But I think it's all good, sha. So for those who do not know, so they played a game, right? And Joanna was sitting down with what's her name? Dede, and there was also Zita. Everyone was basically there, right? And Zita made a comment. You know, Zita has always been talking about the fact that Dede Mide is boring. And I think Ebuka was the one who put that in her mind, because nobody was saying that before Ebuka said that, you know. So she was like, Mide is boring. And according to Mide says she saw what's her name, Dede laughing, but then Dede wasn't laughing according to her. So that's why she confronted Dede. And she was like, what's her name? Zita said something, and she didn't know what exactly they were talking about. And then when she changed her seats, she actually saw Dede and Zita laughing. But then Dede was like, is this a confrontation, or you're asking me a question? Because I was laughing with Joanna, and to be honest, right, when they were seated there, the only person I saw Dede with was Joanna. To be honest, I saw the both of them there just observing and, you know, looking at everything that was going on, the whole altercations and all of that. So Dede was like, she wasn't laughing with Zita, and she was actually laughing at Joanna when she turned. And then Mide was still insisting. She said she did not expect her to defend her all the time, but she just feel like at that moment she was not expecting what's her name, Dede, to be friends with her enemy. At least someone is saying I'm boring, and it's not the first time. That's Zita. Zita has actually said that when they were having that altercation. So Dede was like, okay, what's the problem? Dede was still saying, what's the problem? So you don't want me to be friends with her? And then Mide was like, I don't understand. I don't care about Zita. I don't care who she's friends with. I'm saying at that point in time, I did not expect you to be laughing with her and everything. And then Dede said something that I feel was a bit insensitive. She was like, but we don't inherit issues in this house, you know that. And I'm like, wow. At that point in time, obviously that's not a time to tell your friend, your so-called friend in quotes, that you guys don't inherit enemies. I don't think Mide doesn't know that, because she actually said, I know we don't inherit enemies. But I mean, at that point in time, I didn't expect you. She was still repeating the same thing, right? Expressing her feelings. And then Dede said something that was also insensitive. She was like, but was it not a game? And Mide was like, even if it was a game, you know I don't like this person. You know this person also doesn't like me. This person has always said that I'm boring. And Dede was like, when has she said that? And in my head, I'm like, Dede, you're in this house. Come off it. Come off it. There's nobody who did not hear her when she said, you're boring, you're boring. Dede was right there when they were having that issue. So which one is you've not heard Zita call Mide boring? Like, this is not the first time. And I think Rude Boy also said the same thing. And, you know, what's her name? Mide was telling Bright and Kola that she's actually going to address it probably after Sunday. She's actually going to say something to Rude Boy. Like, she doesn't really like, she's not boring. She knows she's not boring, but she doesn't like it when people pass that narrative, because obviously it's false. I feel like Dede should have just been, you know, sympathetic and hug her, peck her, and say, I understand you feel this way. You just got it all wrong. You just, you know, you probably misinterpreted my movements or what I was laughing at. Don't be angry. You have every right to be mad at what she said. Your feelings are valid. Just, you know, words of affirmation basically to your friend. Not be only boyfriend or relationship need words of affirmation, you know. You're friends with this girl and she feels this type of way. I don't think she's wrong for feeling that type of way, to be honest, because if I'm friends with somebody, I do not expect you to be laughing with my enemy. I don't expect you to inherit my beef, but I feel you owe me some sort of loyalty. And to be honest, if there's any friend or anybody who feels, I don't think I owe you that amount of loyalty, or I don't think, you know, I shouldn't laugh with this person that said this thing about me, then I'm going to respect that you feel this type of way about me. But trust me, that friendship is over, because I know not to do that to you. That's how much I hold you in high regard. So clearly the feeling is not mutual, so I'm gonna bounce. It's called self-respect. It's called self-love. Don't go where you're not loved. Don't go where you're not appreciated. Do you understand? So I don't know if Mide is going to rethink this whole friendship she has with Dede, but I feel like the words that came out of her mouth, is it not a game? I didn't know she called you I've never heard her call you boring. And then what else did she say? We're not supposed to inherit people's problems in this house, right? Mide didn't need to hear that at that point in time. Let's call a spade and not a shovel. I know, yes, Mide has lots of haters, and I don't even know why she has this amount of haters. Maybe because Ebuka called her boring. I don't know why. Or the altercation she had with Zita. I think she has had haters before even that. And then Dede has lots of fans on the other hand, but Mide doesn't. And Dede is loved by a lot of people. But let's call a spade and not a shovel. I like to keep it 100 here. Dede was wrong for approaching the situation like that. Mide too knows what she saw, but if she's insisting that Mide knows what she saw, but I think she should have approached her, questioning her, basically, not saying you did this, because Dede was like, I think this is a case of you did this, not you asking me if I did. So Mide should have asked her, oh, did you laugh with Zita when she said this and this about me? You understand? Even though that it looks like that's what she did, but she should have just asked to like reaffirm, to confirm rather. But then it is what it is at the end of the day. That's pretty much everything that happened about them. Let me know what you guys think. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, Kilo Shele, what did I do to you? What did I do to you? What's going on? Please support the ministry. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. Give this video a thumbs up. Share your comments in the comment section. What do you think about this casala that just bought between Dede and Mide? A lot of people were like, oh, Mide needs to move on at this point. The feeling is, or the friendship is one-sided. Mide is the one that likes her. And, people were even saying, just imagine Dede, just imagine Mide laughing or kicking with Sultana. And I feel like, wow, that's actually true. Sultana literally peed on inside Dede's box. Now, imagine Mide goes to Sultana and she's laughing, kiki, whatever, with her. And then you're still friends with this person. Dede is definitely going to feel some type of way. So, yes, Dede was super insensitive. Even though she actually did not laugh, her response was super insensitive. Let's check out people's comments. Why would you laugh or so when your friend is abused? In all the shit Dede has been trying to do with the boys, Mide has never said anything negative, any negative thing about Dede. Dede is a bad friend. This is Cross and Saga type. I said it. So Mide wants Dede to inherit beef. You clearly heard her when she said, I'm not expecting you to. But I feel like at that point in time, you shouldn't have laughed. I felt you laughed. Mide should better avoid my girl, boring idiot. You people Nigerians, now be Huda for Love Island. Now be our friend. You people are the ones that constitute a large amount of our fan base, because you people are just so toxic for no damn reason. Like, on her get on her own for body, no be small. She clearly said she didn't want her to inherit her beef, right? If reverse was the case, internet will be burning by now, saying Mide is a bad friend. Imagine Mide and Sultana. Now, thank you. Just imagine Mide kicking or laughing with Sultana. So even if she didn't say it or she didn't laugh with Zita, the approach was wrong. Mide, thank you, you're seeing it. God got you. Imagine Zita calling you boring. That's Zita. I don't think Zita is actually boring. I heard that conversation with Faith. She kind of has like, some sort of, attitude or personality. They stubborn. She should have just hugged Mide and everything we end. Thank you. That's what friendship is for. Moving on to my next gist, we have Kola and Dede again. See this Kola, Kola is basically giving Saga Pro Max, because waiting be this. Hey, waiting be I be fraud Pro Max. Cause what the flipping hell. Well, Dede was having a conversation with Kola, and she was like, you have done something again. And she was saying some kind of things that were a bit condescending. She was like, I can't help you if you can't help yourself. And I'm like, wait. What the hell? She was even saying something like, you're doing well, sweetie. Hey, God, oh God. Kola, I just hope, like, I don't even know what to say at this point. But anyways, let me just continue with it. She was like, Kola was like, oh, what did I do now? I've tried not to talk about you throughout this week. Now tell me now. She was almost walking away or to the other side, and Kola tried to stop her by just holding her arm. So she was like, don't ever try to stop me like that again. I'm like, hey, Kola, were you not the one that told you Sinje you were done? Even Sultana was jumping because she said you're over it, you're not going to go to her again. Kola, say one and do two. Say A and do Z. What the fuck? What the hell? Is that you're doing amazing, sweetie? That got me like, what? Hey, God. Kola was like, okay, what did you hear? I thought we agreed that whatever you hear, you just tell me just to be sure. And then it was like, yeah, we agreed that we won't talk about, our issue in front of people. And Kola said, I didn't talk about you with anybody. And I'm like, why is she saying our ish? You don't have anything. There's no our, right? Dede was like, so okay, so why are you so worried? And then Kola said, yeah, it's because this house is like crazy as fuck, and I really don't want to lose the energy we have going on. What energy? This girl already bluntly told you that she had somebody. Like, you guys don't have any energy. You just look like a damn fool, to be honest. And Dede said what Kola said to somebody was like, it's because she's the only one in the house, or there's only someone like her in the house, that if there were two of, Dede or somebody, I don't know what he meant by that, he wouldn't be all over her. Kola was like, first of all, he did not remember having that conversation with anybody, and he was just trying to say that she's the only one he has eyes for. And obviously he just repeated the same thing she said, but in a more milder way. It didn't make sense to me, to be honest. And one thing I did not understand was when I think he was trying to give her a perfume, and I think she was saying spray it on yourself and then maybe, hey, they try give person something, and the person said maybe. He actually thought she said baby, and he said, oh, I love it when you say baby. And she said, oh, I actually said maybe. And he was like, oh. And the next thing she said was, Delulu is the Solulu. Hey, God. Now that one, they boss people heads. The fuck you mean Delulu is the Solulu? Like, help me make it make sense, bruv. Like, this guy, you just got the muscles, you've got the physique, but nah. You ain't she, bruh. You ain't she. You can't pay people for social media. Like, what the hell? It's the condescending, the subtle, the condescending to. It's not even subtle. It's not subtle anything. Because what do you mean by you're doing well, sweetie? And then the guy was like, I haven't said anything about you this week. Kola! Be a man. You, oh my gosh. Be a flipping man, bruh. It sounded as if he was begging her or something. Like, I haven't said anything about you this week. It sounded so pathetic, bro. But anyways, let's check out people's comments, because we gotta read this. We surely gotta read this. I like Dede and Kola, but at this point, Dede is playing with his head because she knows he genuinely likes her. Why do you care about what he says, or if he should have hit on someone else? You don't want him, but you also don't want to imagine him chasing another you. Now, wow. I said it now. And I think Ortega actually said something like that. Ortega was like, she said these are grown people. There are 3 grown people. So if they want to keep coming, I'm going to use them. And that's what Ortega said. People were even condemning what he said or attacking him. But I don't think he, misinterpreted her words or something like that. Make Kola they go house, I beg. You don't lose focus. Fine boy like this. As in, Baba, they go. You guys should stop voting for him, so you just leave the house. Because what the hell? What the helly? What the... to be honest, there's no story time aside from these 3 guys. There's no story time Dede has. And I thought also and Saga were disgusting. Waiting be this. I miss Prince. My brother did not allow anyone use him to play any silly games. At this point, it is well we call her all the best in his chase. All the best in your chase, bro. Like, the first thing that should clock in your head is I have somebody outside the house, because clearly there's nothing for you in the house with this person. You should have just maintained your distance, but it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about this whole shenanigans in the comment section. Me, I'm just some things they do are cringe. Some things I'm just like whatever. Just make me laugh. Drop your comments in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, bye.